Hello everyone, this is Nate's Vintage Trains, coming from Los Angeles Live Steamers. I went down here a few weeks ago to their annual spring meet for 2023. 4 days of nothing but live steam. It lasted Friday to Monday around Memorial Day weekend. I came down at first on Saturday pretty early. People were prepping locomotives and getting things out for the day. It took a while for the trains to come out, but they eventually did. First thing I saw was this beautiful Southern Pacific type PS4 class. Came around, and a few other people started getting their trains out, including the 1-inch scale. Pretty early in the day, I found Declan, who I met at the Orange County meet, and I spent the day with a lot of the people from Orange County Model Engineers. One of the diesel trains was set up from Orange County Model Engineers, and some of us took a ride around the main line at LALS. Time of my life. This is fantastic. I got off at some point for Walt Disney's Barn, which was open on Saturday, and I was able to catch a few trains going by. I love those electric locomotives.
Very nice. Good morning. I like the electrics.
And then Declan came by again on a steam locomotive with someone else. The Walt Disney Barn was open from about 10 to 2 o'clock that day. If you want to see a tour of the Walt Disney Barn, check out my other video, link in the description. Some of the 1-inch scale people also had their steam locomotives running.
There's the water.
You're gonna take a hopper now, Pitt?
Yeah. I'll hold the locomotive still.
Yeah, good call.
I need a three-wheelie. Oh, not that one.
Nope, not that one.
That's yours.
Wrong gauge.
Got back on a train and went around to the west end. That is a long quarter-mile extension one way out towards where Travel Town is in Griffith Park. You can see my video on Travel Town after this one. The 1-inch scale was coming around again with a Southern Pacific S-Class 060 locomotive. That semaphore signal actually works for trains that go out to the west end to warn people if there are trains in the block ahead of them. There are working signals and push-button switches that automatically throw when you push certain buttons that are on stands along the side of the track. This place has it all. I must give a shout out to the engineer, Dalton, who's from Orange County Model Engineers. Declan and his train were in front of us. When we both stopped at the siding here, I decided to get on Declan's train and we headed back to the main area. This little 060 locomotive was hauling 2 8-foot-long steel cars and 2 flatbeds that were very large, and you'll see what comes into play very shortly.
And we need it. You know what we have to do with it.
Oh no.
Yes, you know exactly.
I'm afraid to ask.
We made our way back to the new Sherwood station, where the locomotive was given some water, and of course the running gear was lubricated some more.
Let me fill it up a little more.
Okay.
Just don't do a hard start.
Soon after, at the unloading stands, or unloading turntable and hydraulic lift, a few people from SCLS came with their beauty of an Pacific Electric interurban car.
Little changes. Alright, you walk up, you're on it.
There.
Okay.
We got half of it.
Keep going. Alright.
Almost.
Keep going.
One more.
Alright. One more. Alright.
Want me to raise it a little?
No.
Okay.
Come on, go. Make it go, Dad.
There you are.
Here comes Mark on Ben's 460, which you saw at the OCME meet. If you did not see that video, links in the description. And here comes another beauty, a Pennsylvania Railroad 210-0.
Beautiful engine.
Eventually made my way over to the 3/4 inch scale. This is the smallest scale they have that you can ride on, at least at Los Angeles live steamers. Somehow this little 040 tank engine can pull a full-grown man. I guess that's what they call tractive effort. Also coming around was the 1-inch scale doubleheader. From the top of New Sherwood Station, you could get a view of a lot of things going on. So nice just to see all of the live steam equipment. This is a hobby people are really passionate about. Eventually, I was able to ask nicely and talk my way onto a Pennsylvania Railroad Jeep in 1-inch scale. Thank you, Nick, for allowing me to run this locomotive. On the 1-inch scale, I was able to get a lot of very nice parallel shots of locomotives on the 7.5-inch gauge. Then I put the locomotive on a siding. Shout out to another Richard, not from SCLS, for being the engineer here. We took the lower route instead of over the bridge. This is a way that LALS does not take the public out on, at least usually. So, I've never been down here before. There was also a double header going on the upper track. From here, you can get a great view of everything down below, as well as some of the niceties and display items that LALS put out for riders. Made our way around the loop and down the bridge. While all of this was going on, the Gauge 1 elevated track was having their own fun. A beautiful Southern Pacific Atlantic and a Southern Railway Pacific. Then they added another SP Atlantic to make a triple header. The only place I caught the triple header on film was on the mountain. Listen carefully for the wheel slip. Once it pulled into the station, I hopped on, along with a few other people, of course, and we were on our way.
Apparently.
Eventually, dinner came around, and after dinner there was a raffle and a movie night. However, barely anyone saw the movie. Earlier, there was also bingo, some kids' crafts, and an auction. After dinner, a few people decided to play more trains, and some people decided to fire up at night, including this beautiful nickel plate Berkshire locomotive. I didn't get much else because it's notoriously difficult to film at night and have it be good quality. I just don't have the technology. So, thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Nate and Nate's Vintage Trains. Stay tuned for part 2 next week, which will be Sunday's events. I stayed overnight at LALS if you're wondering. And, as always, keep it old school, and God bless you all.